guy named Sam Viper. Ignore him.
Well,
The rank organized scares me.
Easy. He doesn't look like he is here to harm us. Perhaps some poor soul struck with similar bad fortune. So, stranger, what are you doing here? I'm Elian, and this is Morgause and Percy. You could say we have become the keepers of this old world treasure. I suppose there's no harm in reliving it for a few moments. It might sound hopelessly romantic, even foolish, but I've been searching for my lost love. She went missing during our exodus to a bunker called Hidden Valley, in a place far south from here. Soon I learned that an evil man had abducted her and was doing who knows what to her. My mind can only imagine. He was seen as a dignified man in our community, but beneath his well-practiced smiles beats the heart of a tyrant. Both he and she disappeared for months, so I gathered a party to hunt him down and rescue her. Rumors stated he fled north, so we followed. Seasons came and went, and so a hellish winter set upon us. We became trapped in the mountains. Not all of us survived. Broken and near death, we settled here. Seldom does anyone visit this place after we purged it of some cannibals. Just us. Books in the damn cold. If you meet a Charlene from the Brotherhood, please tell her I'm still looking for her. I know it's unlikely, but it's all that keeps me going. Us, Brotherhood of Steel. We were long ago. Given the NCR have crept this far north, I doubt the Brotherhood of Steel exists anymore. Like this library, we are just monuments to a culture long destroyed. Really? How many? Is there a Charlene Yang with them? Sorry for the outburst. I got a little carried away. I know it might be a little forward, but can you find out if they know of a Charlene Yang? Please. I'm sick. I'm afraid the journey in this weather may be fatal. From the books in here, I believe it's because I let a sore throat go on too long. That's all I ask.
It ain't an easy life. It sure beats crawling around a bunker. Some days the oil and metal smell used to turn my guts even more than a funky T-45D.
Another day in this desolate place. Thankfully, we can escape for a little while into one of these books. I'm really starting to like Mark Twain.
Is there something more I can do? You've come to the right place, that's for sure. But if I had to hazard a guess, I'd check the exhibit in the Hall of Authors.
Just don't treat me like a Brahmin, okay? Back and I aren't exactly in our prime. I'll get the short end of it, won't I?
Have you found the book? Wow, that's a rare one indeed. Looks to have been bound in the 19th century. Hell, it's probably the only copy left in existence. I'll bet the Dominia herself would want to see that. Give me a second, I'll radio in, and have Castellan Clemens meet you at the entrance. He'll escort you to see the Dominia. I'm sure she will take great satisfaction in receiving this book, and meeting the person who found it. Castellan is not enough, but there's an outsider here with a 19th century psalmody in their possession. I'm sending them inside now. Welcome back. Go on ahead into the tower.
What's up?
You must be the outsider Warden Howell mentioned. Welcome to the Tower, our little fortress in this swath of the wasteland. I'm Castellan Clemens. I will be your escort during your visit to the Tower. Do you have any questions before we take your find to the Domina? While I think that is more the Domina's purview to answer that question, I will give you some broad strokes of our mission. Our goal is to retake the great cities of the past from the grip of the unworthy. Raiders, the Legion, the Enclave, or any other wasteland tyrants. Portland, or rather the Frontier, is not high on the list of our cities to retake. However, the Domina is here for personal reasons. The Tower was a fortuitous find, as it is filled with protectrons, terminals, and other electronics we can use to repair our equipment. Not to mention a protective force field around the entrance and a few other delightful discoveries. The Brotherhood would kill to have this place. Of the many rumors about House spread across the Mojave, I can confirm that he's a mechanical maestro like no other. Robco Tower seems to have been his fortress in the pre-war northwestern United States. I probably should stop here as the Domina is waiting. We'd better get moving. In a nutshell, I'm the person who acts on behalf of the Domina. I oversee visitors, low-level internal issues, and the garrison here at the Tower. I am also the administrator responsible for maintaining the armory and protecting the Tower, as well as the Abernathy cantonment. Frankly, you could say that, but it's a rather derogatory oversimplification. Like I could say that you're a vagabond that hasn't bathed in months. But let's keep... Good to see you again. I don't gossip. Good thing I like the cold. I heard that the locals dub it the frozen shitterland. But I think it's beautiful here. I've lived in far worse. What more do you say about the people that killed your family other than they disgust me? My 16...
I wonder if it will snow again today.
I heard there are critters the size of a bus living in the frontier. Sure, it's cold here. Glad we're only staying for a brief while.
Welcome to the parlor, Rob Co. Towers Visitor Cafeteria. How may I serve you? About Auto Steward, version 803169, copyright 2075, Rob Co. Industries, all rights reserved. Image likeness or copyright 2071 by Bombshell Charlie Entertainment LLC and licensed to Rob Co. Industries.
Good to see you again.
Cosmic root beer. Weird name, but it's mighty tasty. Ever been to Utah? It's beautiful this time of year.
Greetings, my lady. It is my honor to present to you the stranger who found the rare Mormon psalmody. Please, take a seat with...
Dear Lord, thank you for another day, and thank you for those gathered at this table. That thy blessings continue to bring us courage, prosperity, and strength. Welcome, stranger, to the tower, and more importantly, to our round table. As its name suggests, it has no head, for all who sit here have equal voice. For I view all men equal under the Lord, and that a man is most honest among his peers. That said, the Crusaders. You are familiar with Castellan Clements already. So, ladies, if you would be so kind as to introduce yourselves.
I'm Charlene Young, seneschal and head of the Sophers. The Greek word is Sophia, Greek for knowledge. One can say we're akin to doctors or scholars. We research into all known biomedical sciences, including genetics and old world pharmaceuticals. Perhaps most paramount is that we're all female.
Here we go.
Brigham Young taught that women should stand behind the counter, study law or medicine for the benefit of society. I am paraphrasing, of course.
Put some extra salt in that crock of shit before you try to serve it, Charlene. It might go down a little easier.
Must you really, Molly? Have you no respect for the sanctity of this table or our ways? I apologize.
Equal voice, remember, Charlene? I really wish you would stop trying to force your bullshit codes on the younger girls and tout it like it's gospel.
As a matter of fact, Molly, it might be regarded as gospel.
You really believe that stupid shit? Jesus. Elijah must have fucked with your brains more than I thought.
How dare you?
Enough! I apologize for our sudden derailment. We will address this later, both of you. Now then, this is Molly, our chief mechanic and tech wizard. Now, if you will, please tell us how you came into possession of such a rare artifact. So this relic managed to survive the apocalypse in a public library? If anything attests to it being a sacred text, that sure does. May I have it? Thank you. You have no idea how precious this is to us, to our cause. Another torch with which to bring the world out of the darkness. Now then, because of your deed, I grant you full access to the tower and membership in our order. Before the ceremony, do you have any questions? This is true. I was there on that godforsaken day. Wraiths of the battle still haunt me. Cannons. Death scream.
Greetings, my lady. It is my honor to present to you the stranger who found the rare Mormon psalmody. Please, take a seat.
fluff, no ads, no lies. At the Breach Outreach, we only broadcast the truth. This just in. The Portland Royal Casino continues to suffer massive financial losses thanks to the ongoing war between the NCR and Legion. With the casino right in the thick of the battle, patronage now numbers in the tens, with the casino's owner boss Carla drowning in debt. In an attempt to boost revenue, the Royal held a special promotion selling chips for half of their actual value. Only 3 people showed up. In other news... Despite the Wolfpack's recent demise, the NCR has already introduced their replacement, the Courier of the Mojave. The so-called Wasteland Legend has officially joined the NCR Exiles, Blackthorn announced in a press release. Quote, "With the Courier on our side, the war will be over soon." The Courier, for their part, has not yet given a comment. Will the Courier live up to their legend, or will they just be a political figure in Blackthorn's regime? Time will tell. That's all for now. We'll be back soon.
Don't walk alone. It's a dangerous streets of the city unknown. Don't stray from the path, or else you're gonna feel no one you can trust. Fasten your boots and kick off the dust. Not sure if it's real till it hurts and your skin starts to peel. No wishing on stars. Walk with the wise men on the way to the bars. The clock has run out. The arms are broken and the face is beat about it.
You're listening to the Breach Outreach, your source of unbiased news in the Wasteland. And now, the news. Marcus Valerius, better known as Legate Valerius, or simply Legate, is the leader of the Northern Legion. Much of the Legate's past is a mystery. He's not only quite intelligent, but he is a skilled doctor, though he mainly uses his skill for torture. The Legate sticks out amongst his peers for not only his background, but for his comparatively liberal leadership policies. Slaves are treated well under his rule. Literacy and the use of technology is encouraged, and rumor has it he may soon allow women into the military. Make no mistake, he's still Legion, but his Legion is not like any we've seen before. One could make the argument that he is the Legion's future. There's no doubt that the outcome of this war will either prove the argument wrong or validate it. There's more. NCR has announced that they've reclaimed the bridge outpost lost just prior to the operation that cost the Wolfpack their lives. Though the area has little tactical value, it seems to serve as a symbol of the NCR's perseverance, despite its recent loss. As such, the outpost has been rechristened Outpost Henderson, named in in honor of the popular corporal who fell in battle with his men. Former Ranger Ian Malcolm is now in command, and our sources indicate that he'll use the base as a staging ground for strikes into Legion territory. In other news,
Great.
we actually don't have anything on the docket for this segment, so I guess I'll answer some viewer mail. Dear Mr. Frost, I've heard that the weather down south is much warmer than it is here. Do you prefer cold weather or hot weather? Well, I spend most of my time indoors, so I don't have much of an opinion either way, but if I had to choose, I'd say cold weather. If you're too cold, you can always just add more layers, but if you're too hot, you can only take so much off before you're kicked out. That was a joke, by the way. I'm not actually a streaker. You know what? Never mind. No more fan mail. Also in the news, it's now been close to 3 months since we lost all contact with Snowblind Point. Our listeners will likely remember that the town is the site of the Snowblind massacre committed by the NCR. They will likely also remember that this area was recently turned into a tourist trap of all things by a shady businessman named Joe Goddard. And now we are unable to contact Goddard. We initially assumed that he took the caps and ran, but none of the reporters sent after him have come back. We pray for the safety of Lime Point. That's not all. Despite the Wolfpack's recent movement, the NCR has already introduced the Courier of the Mohawk. The so-called Wasteland Legend has officially joined the NCR Exiles, Blackthorn announced in a press release. Quote, with the Courier on our side, the war will be over soon. The Courier, for their part, has not yet given a comment. Will the Courier live up to their legend, or will they just be a political figurehead for Blackthorn's regime? Time will tell. More news after this.
worse places to waste your caps than the Wasted Angel.
Thank you for honoring Wolfpack's death.
Welcome back. What can I...
Hey, can you take like 5 or 6 or... All Burns' idea. Personally, I don't really want to freeze my nuts off in a snowy tundra. But there was some, stuff going on back home that I had to get away from. So it just kinda happened. And now I can finally wear some snow camo. Let's just say that I had some issues with my CO. Mostly because he was a dumb fuck who couldn't tell a flash hider from a shot glass. A man can only take so much fix the entire company's weapons before drills today, before you snap. I'm a damn good armorer. I'm better than that. So, I packed up my shit and went AWOL. NCR didn't have much for me anyway. I knew Burns back before I enlisted, so we met up after and came out here. Not like the NCR up here give a shit. And snow is so much easier to clean off than sand, you have no idea. Me and Burns go way back. Grew up together in NCR territory. Started doing this whole caravan thing after I escaped. He's kind of a chuckle fuck, but he means well. Or if he doesn't, at least he's got some spirit. Just please do not play him in Caravan. He's terrible, and we're broke. I have had... They're okay, I guess. I mean, I'm opposed to all types of authority, but at least they look the snazziest while bringing the heel down. They're tough sons of bitches, but I'm not exactly convinced their whole occupation is gonna work. It all screams poorly thought out. Kinda like the ones back at the Mojave, if I'm telling the truth. Same clowns, different circus. Yeah, fuck that. I stay outside when Burns heads to that big fuck-off castle of theirs. They can dress it up however they want, but when it comes down to it, they still suck, and I hate them. Nuanced my ass. fat chance. Not like the Crusaders would even want me. It hasn't been the same since that one incident with the tarantulas. Besides all that, I don't really understand them. They're religious zealots who are just kind of chill letting in non-religious zealots? Sounds like a scam to me. Or maybe I just don't trust people who use ray guns. Really a toss-up. Yeah.
Quite inspiring. Thank you.
You need something? Otherwise I have people to get to. You mean Portland? Hasn't changed much. Still just as bad as ever. And I guess you can say that. I was born here, back when Sandlot was still a thing. I went over to California to fight the Brotherhood's war, but the NCR conscripted me before I got the chance. Eventually, I realized I belonged with the NCR. When Blackthorn turned traitor, I told him how to find his place. Yeah, of course. I was just hoping they'd give me a chance to see the NCR capital first. I'm Major Johan Reynolds. I'll make sure your equipment's working. If it breaks, you bring it to me. Otherwise, you're wasting my time. My problem is that I have people I need to get to, and you're wasting... Yeah, Way handles robotics and vehicles. My expertise is weapon and armor. I can even fix a power armor if you need me to.
So you must be the courier. Pleasure to meet you. Name's Lieutenant Gilmore. I'm a radio engineer and technician here at Camp Phoenix. Pleasure's all. If you'd be so kind, I've picked up a distress signal coming from deep within enemy territory. The distress signal seems to be coming from a trooper who was sent out a week ago on a recon mission. We're concerned he may be cornered by the Legion. We need you to go out and find him for us. Are you willing to do this? Great. I'll mark the position of the distress signal on your Pip-Boy. Return to me when you have some information.
I'm Quartermaster Gallius, and your sorry ass better not be needing any more ammo. I'll see what I can do. This is what I got.
Hey, hi. I'm a recruit. Lieutenant Gilmore assigned me to work with you. I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of your work. Or your travels. Sorry. I'm just a little nervous. I'll try to stay out of your way, I promise. Alright, lead the way, sir. I mean, courier. Yes, I'll follow you.
Hi there.